And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Justin McCormick back again. It's Double Upload Monday. How about that? Dallas Cowboys are our next opponents here as we continue to take on the NFC East. And too early to tell how teams are going to be in this one, but I do know we've got no injuries. They've got no injuries, so this will definitely be an interesting thing to see. Let's get back into the habit of going to the player awards to see who were the best in the league on each week. As week one, we already went over Michael Vick finding his place, but week two is going to be some different faces. Jackson for the Packers, able to get 11 tackles, 2.5 sacks, so he was all over the place and a big run stopper for them. Zach Thomas with 11 tackles and a sack as well, as the legendary linebacker looks to try and make his way into the Hall of Fame. Hopefully we will see him there. Deuce McAllister able to get 22 rushing attempts, 101 yards, and also had 120 receiving yards out of the backfield with 2 receiving touchdowns. So he was a big one there. And Tim Rattay, the San Francisco 49er quarterback, 19 for 28, 349 passing yards and 4 passing touchdowns. So it was a big day for him in week two. So we'll be looking to see what we can do against the Cowboys this time, as we'll be taking on Washington in the next matchup after this. As for the Cowboys, they look like they have a new quarterback, as Mike Hogan has got a better arm and better accuracy. Seems like the kid is quite smart. So the rookie out of Eastern Michigan, looking to see if he can take over the starting role here. So hopefully we'll see him in action today. Quincy Carter could have lost his starting job. Speaking of starting jobs, Julius Jones will be starting at halfback for the Cowboys. He's definitely a big threat. We'll have to watch out for. The big receivers in this one, Keyshawn Johnson and Terry Glenn, they are going to be back there with Antonio Bryant. It's going to be a big receiving core we'll have to try and watch out for. Jason Witten is going to be the tight end for them here, as they look like they've got a pretty decent line. Larry Allen's still in there, still playing some good football for them. On the tackle, Flozell Adams, as these remnant players from a bygone era where the Cowboys were monsters. Leroy Glover is going to be the big D tackle we've got to watch out for. And then Marcellus Wiley and Greg Ellis are going to be tough to have to get by if we got to take ourselves to the edge. Dexter Coakley, outside linebacker, is going to be the top dog back there with that win in the middle, looking to try and see if he can hold things down and stop the run. Terrence Newman, the big cornerback for the Cowboys, as we'll try and see if we can avoid him. And then Roy Williams back there at the free safety spot. We've got to see if we can get our Roy involved while trying to avoid this Roy at the same time. Kicker is going to be Guy Campbell. He's a rookie. They'll be looking to try and utilize him in the kick game, while Matt McBriar is going to be the punter for the Cowboys. So let's see what we can do here in this matchup, as we will be heading to Dallas, Texas, to hopefully get a big victory over the Cowboys. That game is next. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's game time. We are in Dallas, Texas, and they got the skyline open for us here in Texas Stadium, Irving, Texas. I forget it's always Irving where they put this one, but yeah. Fun time, as the Cowboys gave us a heart-aching loss last time. Now we're going to be trying our best to see what we can do, as they go with the white uniforms, as they love doing the white uniforms at home. So we're back in our blues. This will be week number 3. We're in the blues, as Mike Hogan is out there. He's ready to see if he can do something with this offense. Excuse me. And the Cowboys are going to take the football. We'll go north side. We'll see if we can do something here, as I will have to switch my kicker out again. I keep forgetting about that dumb thing. Let's do something fun here. Let's do this. Do a low bouncing kick here. And they're going to return this out to about the 33-yard line. That'll be a first down. So Mike Hogan out there ready to see if he can lead the Cowboys to victory here. Cowboys are 1-1 on the season at the moment while Terry Glenn goes in motion. And that is going to be straight up handoff to Julius Jones, who's going to get about 3 on that carry, as Rogers was able to help make the tackle that time. 2nd and 7, Hogan, the single back. He's in quads with 4 wide. Bryant goes in motion to the right. And they're going to hand that one off. And, no handoff, excuse me. They throw that one. I don't know why I'm saying handoff all the time today, as Glenn cannot hang on to that one, and Hogan not happy about the result there. We're going to do this here. We'll see if we can come up with something here. Shotgun, and Hogan's going back to pass. He's going to throw that. That is caught. Keyshawn has got that one. That's a first down. Big first down for the Cowboys. Keyshawn Johnson with it. 1st and 10. Ball at the 40-yard line. Is they're going to roll out, and Keyshawn gets a quick shot. Joseph Jefferson could not stop that, as Johnson gets another first down for him. But he's making some things happen right now. Keyshawn on the season, only 67 yards receiving. He's got 5 catches now, as Hogan will move Glenn in motion. 2 tight ends in their single back, as they will throw this one again. That's short, and Johnson's got another catch, that one for 7. And it looks like somebody's not getting up, and Joseph Jefferson goes down here as he's holding the side. Hopefully he just got the breath knocked out of him. Got a big package in there. 3 backs, and they will hand that off, and that is going to be off and on. Got some good yards there, and that'll be a first down, as Jones able to carry that one forward. Back to pass for Hogan. He's going to look, and he'll throw that right, and that is caught by Jones, who's able to get right there at the goal line. 1st and goal at the 1, as Hogan will hand that off, and Jones will leap into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. So Julius Jones scores first. But last time a team scored first on us like that, we shut them out the rest of the game. We got to see how well our offense is going to do now, as Julius Jones puts that one right in the end zone. See if we can start things off with Larry Johnson, as they're going to go with a 3-4 defense here. And we'll hand this one off, and Johnson will go nowhere. So a little bit of a repeat of last game. All right, 2nd and 11 here. Vick going to go back to pass. He's going to have to run, and he will slide down. About 9 yards on that carry. 3rd and 2 now. Back to pass here on that. Vick will just take off. Dat Wynn makes the tackle, but not before Vick got the first. They're going to roll out to the right here. Oh, got a guy over the middle. That is Alexander. I mistakenly called him Sean Alexander, but it's Steven Alexander, as he makes that catch. And we'll put Jones on a draw play here. As actually, oh no, I thought maybe they had a single high safety, but they didn't, and we picked the wrong hole that time. Good night. Good tackle. All right. And this is going to be a good toss for the Larry. He's going to lower the shoulder, and as he gets tackled, stretches out for the first down. So good run by him. So he's not getting shut down as early as Dallas would like, as he gets a big carry on that one. Coakley, I believe, made that tackle, and he did. As Jones will get the toss there. He'll make a guy miss. Pretty much left that guy's jockstrap on the field. 4 yards on that play. As a Dallas Cowboys fan is going to get a bag of peanuts. I don't even think I got the peanut animation last time. And now 2nd and 6, calling signals. And Vick will roll out, and Vick is going to have to step up here. He'll launch that one. Corey Schlessinger's got it. And he's going to run the guy over, and he's going to get inside the 10. 1st and goal. As we find our fullback out of the backfield. Vick stepped up. I did not want to run with him, so we just decided to scramble a little bit behind the line. Dumps it off there as he throws it on the run, and Corey Schlesinger able to bring that one upfield. So a very good series of plays that time that actually allowed us to be able to get something on that play, as it is now 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. As we'll hand this one off, and there is going to be room for Johnson until he gets caught by the D-back. A loss of a couple there. As that was Terrence Newman that stepped up, made that one. He ran past Schlesinger. Schlesinger just could not catch him. We'll try something here on this one. Back to pass. Going to launch that into the air, and that is all in and out of the hands. Roy Williams was one-on-one there. We tried to see if we could make that happen. And sadly, it did not. It was good defense there as he made the tackle and knocked it out. Got a few seconds left here in this one. Back to pass there over the middle, and that is Santana Moss. He's got it. The linebackers came in for the blitz, and I was counting on the linebackers to do so as Vick just fired that one on a frozen rope right to Santana Moss. 10 yards and a touchdown. Let's go middle blast 1 here as we try and cause some problems here. Hogan. 2 tight ends to the left with 2 wide to the right, and Hogan's going to hand that off. Jones is going to get upfield as he tried to work his way past that, but only able to do much other than 3 yards. And that is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. As Cowboys and Lions are tied at 7. We'll play zone over there. Why not? Single back here, and Hogan's going back to pass. He'll look over the middle. That has caught Keyshawn Johnson as he tried to break away there, but he just couldn't do it. The ball at the 44-yard line. Mike Hogan this season, 75% on completions, 335 yards, a touchdown. No interceptions yet, but we got to try and see if we can get the rookie. As that is going to be Joseph Jefferson that tracks his man down. Terry Glenn, though, big gain on that one. A touch and big run there for Terry Glenn as Cowboy fans are excited. They think they've got their franchise quarterback, and as accurate as that pass was, last second able to get that out of there. Joseph Jefferson, thankfully, back in the football game and was able to make that stop. See what Hogan does this time as they're going to hand that off. And, he could not get around the guard as Wilkinson was in the way, and Boss Bailey ran him over. That is going to be a huge little tackle for loss. 2nd and 9 now, as they're going to move Bryant in motion. And they're going to hand that off. Jones is going to get tracked down. Dan Wilkinson come off the line and found him. Boss Bailey also over there. So 3rd and 6 now, as the Dallas crowd trying to get into this one. So Hogan back there in shotgun by himself. He's going to launch this one, and that is interrupted. Dre Bly was over there. Terry Glenn could not reel that in. 4th down. And that's going to be a good handoff. And kind of ran into my own guy there, but that's okay. A little over 4 minutes to go in the half. Playing a close game at the moment. As Johnson will get that handoff, but he's not going to go far. Going to roll out left. Vick will take it. He's going to run. He's going to find himself getting to the 20-yard line. So big gain there. See if we can quickly pick this play. Get this to work. As Santana Moss will go in motion. We'll toss that out to the right. And Jones tracked down the backfield quickly. It's 2nd and 13 now, back to pass. Throw that into the left. Rogers has got it, and he'll find some room. So 3rd and 3 now. Back to pass there. Going to throw that to the right. Rogers has got it. That's a 1st down. Going to fake the handoff there. Going to throw that, and that is not going to work out. We'll roll out left here. And that's going to dump off to Alexander. Steven Alexander run a guy over, and he's still rumbling. Way to go, Alexander. As he runs a man over. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning as Vick just dumped that one off to him. He just plowed straight through and got past the 40. That's going to be a good one. And they're going to say that he stepped out of bounds. Dallas wants to challenge it. That's okay, though. This will be one challenge away from them, so we don't have to worry. As Alexander basically letting everybody know that, hey, I tightrope the sideline. Come on now. As you see, it was a good catch there. Had the 1st down. That's really all I was worried about. As you see him, he does step out of bounds past the 50. So we'll have the ball in Dallas territory, but that does not matter the exact spot.
After review, the player stepped out of bounds. The ball will be spotted at the 49-yard line. Dallas will not be charged a timeout.
I also love the fact that he does say at the 49-yard line, so they did record all the yardages, so that way they were able to actually implement that into the game, and that's what makes this such a classic. The game is not perfect, but it makes big uses of everything that they were put into this. See if we can get Jones on this edge here. Alexander might be a little tired. No, he's not. As Jones will get the handoff there, and he's going to drop the football. And that is going to be Cowboy football at the 50 with the 2-minute warning hitting now. 1:58 left as Jones drops it. Ball midfield now. Cowboys have an opportunity to try and get the lead. But they've got to make something happen, and that is not making something happen. Joseph Jefferson now with his 2nd interception, and that gives Hogan his 1st interception of the season as Joseph played his man beautifully and was right in front of the football. That gives him 2 interceptions. He's got 6 tackles now. Was not able to really do much on the return, but hey, it's all right. As that's going to be a good handoff there. And Jones is going to run over one guy. Beautiful run there by Jones as he just lowered the shoulder and gave a Cowboy the business. As we'll fake the handoff here. Uh-oh. And there's nothing doing that time. Oh. I hit a button that there was no receiver to. That's my problem. All right, got about a minute left. Got 3 timeouts, so we're going to see what we can do here. Vick will take this. He's going to run, and he's going to do everything he can to get close. 4 rushes now, 45 yards. I'm going to roll out left here, and oh, Vick's in trouble. Oh, that didn't work. Dallas and Detroit are locked up in a big fight here. No scoring so far other than the first for each one. 7-7 after one half of football. So Detroit's going to get the football in the first part of the second half. As we look at the stats for both teams, 158 yards total for the Lions, 107 for the Cowboys, as their rushing has not been there. One turnover for each team, one fumble for the Lions, one interception against the Cowboys, as it's been very tough to really find anything, as Cowboys have a couple of sacks. Hogan with 93 yards on the day, Vick 88 yards and a touchdown, as he was able to find his man. Keyshawn Johnson's been pretty much all over the field, as you can see. Big catch there from Alexander. Johnson with 62 yards. Moss has 10 yards and a touchdown, and that's the reason this game is tied, while Julius Jones has got a rushing touchdown on the day, as you can definitely see how Dallas set up for that score. Newman and Blade are the two Cowboys with sacks in this one, as we have not been able to really pressure the quarterback this year, and it's really been a big hindrance for defense, as we're hoping that we'll be able to pull off something more defensively here in this one. As you see, Alexander has got 40 yards receiving on the day. He's having some big numbers for not being able to do too much. Thankfully, our run game's been doing all right today, as Vick has got a good number of yards, but Jones and Johnson are doing everything they can there. As you see, player of the half, Michael Vick, 6 for 8, 88 yards and a touchdown. So he's been doing everything he possibly can. As we get back to Texas Stadium, Lions and Cowboys locked up after one so far. Now let's see how the second half goes for both teams, as Dallas upset us last year. But this year we're playing as a different football team, as that'll be a touchback. As you see the possessions, we had the touchdown, the fumble, and then time ran out on us on that, as we basically just let the football go there. So let's go ahead and go back to our wing joker and see if we can continue to do something with this package. And we'll move Fitzsimmons in motion here. We're going to toss this out, and we're going to have a little bit of room, as Jones will make a juke there. As you see, our offensive turnovers, 1.5 per game this season, as Jones gets 5 yards out of that. I'm going to hand this one off, and Johnson's going to be able to cut back. He's got some room, as he will try to stiff arm a guy, but he's going to get shoved out of bounds. Larry Johnson with a big run, as we'll stick with this formation for the moment. 16 runs, 10 passes so far. We're pretty much trying to do everything we can, as Kevin Jones just ran over a Cowboy. All right, so 2nd and 6 now, as Kevin Jones basically just ran over a huge run up the middle, as he just flat took the safety out. It'll be a good handoff to Jones, as he'll try to cut back upfield, but unable to find the hole that time. As you see, Kevin Jones on the day, he's got, let's see, about 26 yards on the day. All right, Vick's going to roll out. He's going to find room all the way to the right-hand side. And we'll just run out of bounds there. First down for the Lions. And we'll do this again, but this time we're going to do something a little different. Back to passes. We'll roll out left. And Vick will just run up the gut as he slides down before the 20. First down, Lions. And we got to give Vick a bit of a rest. So let's try and run the football this time as Vick rolls out left. Nobody come off the edge. So that allowed Vick to be able to get upfield. And he made a beautiful little play there. Let's go with Jones on the draw here as they go with a nickel package. This actually might be a good idea to try and go with Moss here. And no, they're not gonna let me have it. We'll just do this. And Jones able to get by one guy, but he can't do anything other than get back to the line, as they would not let me have what I was looking for in that formation. 2nd and 10 here. Vick is going to launch this one, and Roy Williams has got it. Touchdown, Lions. Roy Williams was one-on-one over there on the right-hand side. We took advantage of it, and that is going to be another touchdown for Michael Vick, as Roy Williams tried to get jammed up there, but he was able to get that one as Vick put that beautifully where it needed to go. He juked me out of my socks. Good return there, as that's going to bring it out to the 42-yard line. Possessions for the Cowboys. They had the touchdown, then the punt, then it went bad with an interception. As on the first play, they found the wrong guy. Hogan looks there and see if he can shake off the interception from last time as Johnson goes in motion. Back to pass here, and that's going to be a good throw to the right. And that is going to be a first down. As you see Johnson and Glenn today, 6 catches. They have got exactly 100 yards between them. No touchdowns yet, but that could change very shortly. As Terry Glenn now 500 receptions in his career. Split backs here for Hogan and the Cowboys, and that's going to be a short drop as Julius Jones made that catch. Hogan nearly got sacked. Wilkinson was back there, but it just did not work out again. And they're going to move Anderson over as they'll hand that off, and Jones will get a good carry and a first down, about 3-4 yards there. As they're going to hand that off to Jones, and Jones ran straight into Dan Wilkinson. Dan Wilkinson jammed up that little hole there, and Jones ran straight into the clog. As Hogan calling signals back to pass, and he's going to go down. Speaking of sack, and speaking of Dan Wilkinson, there's another one. 2 on the year. 16 now for Dallas, as they're at the 31-yard line. And Hogan's got to throw that one quickly. And Keyshawn Johnson finds it. As I know I had the wrong guy. I had the deep guy. I wish I would have had the short guy. But Johnson able to get that catch as they needed a huge one there. As Hogan barely able to get that one off. Another half second, he would have been tasting AstroTurf. I formation, they're going to dump that off, and that is in and out of the hands. Keyshawn should have had a touchdown that time, but he couldn't do it. 49 seconds left here. As they're going to move Glenn in motion to the other side. And they will hand that off, and Julius Jones will go upfield for a little bit. A few yards there on that carry. As they're going to move Bryant in motion. Back to pass here. Hogan's going to dump that off. It is caught, but he's going to be stopped short. Terry Glenn had the catch, but Dre Bly able to stop him, and the Cowboys are going to settle for a field goal. That was a beautiful defensive stand there Maybe some mistakes by Dallas, but we'll see how this goes. It's up in and good. So Dallas adds 3 points to their score. 10 plays, 56 yards, but they only can get 3 out of this one. Now the Lions got to see what they can do, as that is the end of the third quarter. Lions lead this one 14-10, as this is a little bit of a defensive struggle. Bit of a return here. Taking down to 25, so first down for the Lions. As you see, the NFC North, Green Bay and Detroit are tied, locked up with 2 wins and 1 divisional win apiece. Minnesota is yet to play a divisional opponent at this time. As Johnson will get the handoff, and he's going to go nowhere. Good penetration there. 2nd and 12 now. We'll go back to an old classic here. We'll throw that over the middle to Charles Rogers, who's going to make a good catch. And that's a first down. I don't know what you're clapping about, Steve Mariucci. I'm running this team. Charles Rogers now has got 3 catches, 35 yards on the day. He has been a good little target for us. We'll put Williams in motion here. And we'll hand this one off. Good handoff there. Jones, though, not be able to get much room, as he could not cut upfield enough. There was way too many Cowboys in the way. As Dallas looking to see what they can do this time. As that's going to be a good hand. Oh, no. Too much penetration on the line. So we lose a yard there. This has worked in the past, and it'll work now. As Vick is going to take off. He's going to get tripped up and go out of bounds. First down, though, for Vick, as he gets 16 on that carry. 91 yards on the day. Rushing, 132 passing. Back to pass here. Gonna throw that, and that one's knocked down. Good play by the D-back. Tried to launch it past him, but did not work out. I might have an idea here. If this works out, it'll be great. Back to pass on this one. Oh, no, Vick's just going to take off. Vick will take off. He's going to get out of bounds right near the 22-yard line. So Michael Vick able to find something happen there. 108 yards on the day for him. Back to pass here on this one. And Vick is in trouble. There's a big blitz there from the Cowboys, and they made that happen. Leroy Glover now with 2 tackles, and both of them for a loss. So he's got a sack as well. Gonna roll out left on this one, and Vick, barely able to get out of that one, but not that one. Oh, man. They had way too much pressure there, and I couldn't find nobody. Okay. Gotta figure out what's going to be the best option here in this one. As they're going to move a man in motion. Roll out to the right. Vick is going to have a lot of room to run, but not going to have enough to get there. That'll be 4th and 5 now. Probably just take the field goal here. And that's possibly going to be the best option for us, as we lost a lot of yards on those sacks, and we did everything we possibly could to get what yards we could back. As that gets inside the 20, so ball at the 18-yard line, 34-yard attempt here, so Hansen should have this one easily. As Hansen will kick this one, it'll be up, in, and good, barely inside the upright, but just enough. 11 plays, 58 yards, and Dallas stalls us out. It's been a good defensive game for both sides, as Hansen was able to get that one just where it needed to be. 34-yard field goal is good. As Chung Candidate was the one returning the football there. He's been doing the duties that time. 2:45 left in the game. Dallas down by a single score here, as they will hand that off to Jones. He's got some room, and that is going to give him 7 yards. Big package there for Dallas, and that's going to be a run up the gut, and that'll make it 3rd and inches. And that is going to be another handoff, and that is going to be taken down at the sticks. They'll give it a first down. 2-minute warning now. Dallas has got to make something happen. Everybody with all their timeouts. Back to pass for Hogan. He's looking. He's going to fire that right. That is going to be deflected and incomplete. Joseph Jefferson was over there and made that happen. And that's going to be back to pass. Going to throw that one, and Vargas in front of it. As Hogan thought he had his guy wide open, but I switched things around, and Vargas stepped in front of that pass. Incomplete. Empty backfield shotgun for Hogan. He's going to look to the left, and that is going to be nearly intercepted. Dre Bly had his hands on it, but just could not reel it in. And they are actually wanting to punt this. I don't know. We're going to punt defend this, just because I don't trust it. 4th and 10. 1:48 left in the game, and they are actually going to punt this. As we get the catch here. Rivera is going to go nowhere. 1:40 left in the game. Detroit has the ball. So here we go. First down. You got to try and burn this clock as much as possible. That is a good handoff. And Johnson could not find the edge that time. As the tackle there, you see Terrence Newman, 5 tackles and a sack this year. Gonna hike this one. That's gonna be a handoff. Good block there. That is a good block. And Larry Johnson's got a first down, and Dallas has gotta be frustrated with that. Excuse me, that was Kevin Jones. I didn't know Kevin had the ball that time, but okay. Big package with 3 linemen. And that is gonna be Johnson up the gut. And they call a timeout. That's their last one. 2nd and 5 now. 1:24 left in the game. And that'll be a toss to Jones, who's going to lose a couple there. At least. Yeah, we're going to see if we can fool him this time. That's going to be a big handoff for Jones. Jones is going to get the first down. Kevin Jones. Look at you go, buddy. Good defensive game, but just way too many times they made mistakes, and the big turnovers definitely swung momentum as the Detroit Lions win again. 3rd week in a row that they've got a victory. This time they beat the Cowboys 17-10, so it was a closely fought game, and it was definitely a fun one. As we're all looking good so far. We just got to keep momentum going. As you see, it is time for the postgame show. Final stats, 331 total yards for the Lions. We controlled the football and did everything we possibly could in this one. While Dallas had 180 yards, they had 148 yards passing, so it was definitely good for them. They just were not able to hang on. As you see the touchdown pass from Vick to Williams, as Williams probably his only catch of the day, but it counted. As you can see, it was definitely a tough one. The defenses were playing solid today, and I'm surprised that my defense played as well as they did. Michael Vick definitely got us out of a number of tight spots in this game. As Julius Jones only going to end the day with 32 yards. He did have a score, though, and that's what opened things up for Dallas. But it was just pretty tough all around, as Michael Vick will be player of the game in this one, as he had a pretty good day. He was able to get well over 100 yards rushing, 132 yards in the air, 8 for 11 and 2 touchdowns. Those are some good numbers to look at. So we'll check out the stats. 152.3 rating for Vick, 8 for 11, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns, while Hogan ends the day 62.9 rating, 10 for 17, 59% completions. He only had the interception. And the big thing that we ended up having today was just a consistent football game. Kevin Jones, 14 for 46 on the day, as the only one with a touchdown was Julius Jones, as he had the one for on the day, 12 for 32. Michael Vick, 10 rushes today, 127 yards. Larry Johnson, able to get something going today, 9 for 26 yards. Him and Kevin Jones pretty much been doing really good for the team, as we have a good run game going for us. Keyshawn Johnson, big targets today, as he was 5 for 86 on the day. No touchdowns, though, as Rogers had 3 for 35, Glenn 3 for 40, Stephen Alexander 2 for 40, Julius Jones 2 for 22. Then Corey Celestinger 1 for 25, Roy Williams 1 for 22, and Moss 1 for 10, as Williams and Moss each had a touchdown in this one, and that was definitely fun to see in that. Defensively, Terrence Newman 5 tackles and a sack, Dexter Coakley 5 tackles, Dre Bly with 4 tackles, Dan Wilkinson 4 tackles and a sack, while Wiley and Erickson each with 4 tackles as well. Ford, Hunter, and Williams all with 3 tackles, while Hunter had a sack. Also, Williams and Singleton with 3 tackles as well. 2 tackles go to Fernando Bryant with 1. Then Rogers, Bailey, Carter, Jefferson, and Ellis, as well as Glover with 2 tackles, as Leroy Glover had a sack as well in this game. The only interception, I believe, was Joseph Jefferson, as he was able to snag that one from Hogan's fingertips, as Hanson able to hit the field goal that he had there, and then Campbell hits his 1 field goal. Campbell's 19 and Hanson's 34. So it definitely helped things out in this one. Appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed the content so far that we've had. Season 2 seems to be a really good one. So we'll continue to see how well we do. Washington is next. So let's see if we can finish off the NFC East by sweeping them. Hope you had a great day, or are having a great day. Hope you have a great rest of your day. May God bless you. See you next time.